backup goalkeepers don't usually get that much attention. Because of that, here on Studio 90, we decided to turn the focus onto Nicole Barnhart. Here are 10 things you may or may not know about the one her teammates call Barnie.
I majored in studio art because growing up, my brother and sister and I were always very artistic. My late aunt actually ran an art studio, and so growing up I was always involved with that and around that, and actually did some painting for her. Once I got to Stanford, I kind of got involved in the art program and found that I really enjoyed the digital and graphic design side of it, so majored in art with a bit of a focus in that area. I don't normally sound like this. Unfortunately, I have a tendency to lose my voice, and it always seems to happen around this time of year when we're in Portugal for some reason. I tend to sound like this for a couple weeks at a time, which makes it challenging being a goalkeeper and having to command my box and organize my defense. Growing up from the time when I first started playing soccer, I played on a boys team. Where I grew up, we didn't really have much girls soccer until I got a little bit older. I actually played more in the field than I did in goal all the way up through high school. And then the year after I left high school, they got a girls team there. In college at Stanford, you're required to take 1 year of a language. I wanted to branch out and do something a little different, so I decided to take sign language. And I took 2 full years of American Sign Language at Stanford, and I loved it. My professor there was actually completely deaf and mute, so if you wanted to speak with her, you needed to figure it out and learn it. And she was actually the lady that worked with Coco the gorilla, so it was a really awesome experience and something I definitely want to do more with. I have a tendency to wake up very early, so I've gotten very good at these trips of I kind of feel like I'm going to school the next day. I plan out my outfit the night before, put it in the bathroom so that I don't wake up my roommate, and get dressed and sneak out of the room and then go hang out and do my crossword puzzles and read books and wait till everybody else gets up and it's time for breakfast. Woof is my stuffed animal dog that travels everywhere with me, really. When I went off to college, my first year there, my parents sent me a little care package for my birthday, and in it was Woof. So Woof's aged a bit over the years. He's now about 12 years old, I guess. It somehow seems that Woof has become a big hit with all the kids, so Woof goes everywhere. I did win the Reese race, which, as I said in the video, it made my day. It's been a lot of fun to interact with the fans and see that they actually watch the Reese race, and they're as excited about it as I was. So in '99, in preparation for the World Cup, the China team was in the area where I grew up, and my local club, FC Delco, they put together kind of a local it's supposed to be a collegiate all-star team, but I think the majority of us were still in high school, and we played against the '99 World Cup team for China. I think we ended up getting clobbered about 6-0. I actually convinced my parents to get us cable so that we could watch the '99 World Cup on TV. After the Olympics, I kind of got the idea that I wanted to buy a house. In early of 2009, I ended up buying a log cabin house in the mountains of Pennsylvania. It's just a great getaway and quiet, relaxing place to go to whenever I get the chance. Back in 2004, I actually got my first cap with the women's national team as a field player. I was still in college at the time and came in with the team for one game as part of their celebration tour, and it was against Mexico in Kansas City. I think we were up about 1-0 with 10 minutes left in the game, and at halftime we'd made a bunch of subs and there were a couple injured players on the bench. So with 10 minutes left, Ange ended up going down with an ankle injury, and there weren't any subs left on the bench besides myself. So the coaches were all looking down the bench trying to figure out what to do, and Brandy was sitting next to me and she's yelling down to them, "Put Barnie in, put Barnie in." And I ended up going in the game as a forward for about 4+ minutes and got a couple touches on the ball, and it was awesome. It was fun because growing up I played a lot on the field, and Actually probably played more in the field than I did in the goal, so it brought back some of the good old days, and it was definitely a very memorable first cap.